Welcome to Friday Night Terrors. I'm Andy,
I'm Fabian.
and today we'll be telling you scary stories.
Scary stories.
Basically, we're going to be talking about stories that had happened to us as kids. And do you want to do the honors of going first?
You want me to tell a story?
Yes.
You want me to tell you something that's happened to me?
Yes.
Let's talk about some stuff. Let's start off like this.
Okay.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't think I do.
You
I
do?
haven't ever come up with to see a ghost.
You've never encountered something on your own.
No.
Would you like to? Bust out the Ouija board. You don't believe in ghosts?
I don't think so, man.
What about like aliens?
But I'll tell you something. I've been listening to scary podcasts at work, and when was it? Thursday night. During the day, that's all I was listening to. And at night, I couldn't sleep.
Like what? Because you were thinking about it?
I was thinking about it. And
Did you get scared?
And my chair was in the middle of my room, and the closet door was open, and I was like, "What if I just look over there and there's something there?"
I think it's. I don't know, man. I believe in ghosts.
Okay.
I believe in aliens. I believe in a lot of stuff. I don't know, maybe because I like watch a lot of movies, but ghosts, I've encountered something that I will never forget. And
would you like to tell us about that today?
Yes, I'm gonna talk to you about it. I don't know if I've ever told you, but for the audience, it's been a while. It's been a while. I was living here, or I was living in Elgin.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know where like Lord's Park is.
Yes.
So it's like right by the baseball fields.
Mm-hmm.
I used to live by there, and it's kind of like the house was old, you know, typical Elgin houses, super old. But I was young. I was very young. I want to say it was maybe like 20 years ago.
Okay.
That was like
little
yeah.
kid.
But I remember because it was kind of the craziest thing that ever happened to me, and it was like maybe not 20 years ago. I was maybe like at least 10.
Okay.
You know, it's close. I'm almost there. No, but when I was young, we used to live in this. It's a duplex. Do you know what a duplex is?
Yes, the houses that are right next to each other.
Yeah, so it's for those of you that might not know what that is. It's like two houses put together, like combined in one. It's like one building, but it's two separate houses. That we used to live in a duplex, and basically we knew the neighbors, obviously the ones that lived next to us.
Okay.
They had a kid, but he was around my age, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we used to hear things all the time, and sometimes we could hear them like yelling, because I don't want to say anything wrong, but like they were loud, like they were obnoxious, you know?
Okay.
But it was weird. It was at night one time. I woke up because I heard like a baby crying. And it was like, I was like, what? You know? And then I kind of like, I heard I think it was my dad. My dad got out of the room, and I was sleeping, I think, in a separate room than him and my mom. I had my like own room or whatever. And the rooms were right next to each other. And so the way that the layout was for the house is like, it was like, you go into the front door and it's like a hallway all the way down to the kitchen.
Okay.
And on the left, it was their room first. Well, immediately when you enter the house, right? On your left is the living room. Go a little bit further down the hallway. On the left is their room.
Okay.
And then my room was after theirs, and then it was a kitchen. So on the right side, right across from the two rooms, is the door to go downstairs, and then right next to it was the bathroom. I remember hearing my dad like walk out of the room and asking, like, he was like Fabi, like, because that's what they call me, right? Fabi. And then I came out of the room and he like looked so confused because
He thought you were the one crying?
Yeah, and then it became clear that the crying was coming from the basement. And then he looked at me. I could tell that he was scared, man. I was scared too. I was like, what the heck? Like, and you would think like, oh, like he opened the door to the basement and you would think like it stopped. No, we heard it so clear. And I remember it because it sounded like a baby. And I don't remember exactly what I was thinking, but I know that at one point we talked about how we thought it was the kid next door. And I remember his name. His name was Jeffrey. But he was my age. And I've heard him cry because I remember I used to like take the bus with him or something like that. And he
didn't want to go to school.
No, like I had heard him cry.
Okay.
But you could tell it was like an older kid, But what we heard that night was like a baby. And it was the creepiest thing ever. And then my dad actually, I don't know how he did it, but he went downstairs. He started going down, and I think when he got to the very bottom of the stairs, that's when it stopped. And he checked downstairs, there's nobody. And then even the next morning, I think that they like asked like next door, and they said that he was basically out of town. Like the kid was out of town, like with his dad, I think, because the parents were divorced. Bro, when I tell you, like, that's one of the creepiest things ever. Like, like you hear crying coming from the basement, and then you go down there and there's nobody. Like, what the heck,
You're just like, what the fuck?
I will tell you though that in that house, underneath like the stairs to go down there was like a hole. There was like a hole, and like underneath that hole, or like in that hole, it was like a bunch of sand.
Okay.
Is that weird, or is that common in like houses?
From what I know, there's houses that have their drainage is different, I believe.
Yeah, but no, it didn't look like a drain.
Like septic pumps and stuff.
I don't know.
It's just a hole that goes straight down.
But like what?
I don't know about the sand though.
No, because okay, so when I tell you this is weird. The stairs are like, like going up. So you would come down, and then it's not even like a door on the floor or anything. It's above the stairs.
Okay.
And it was like you look inside, and there's like it was like a bunch of sand, and then it just kept going like deeper.
So like a tunnel type of thing.
It kind of looked like a tunnel. I didn't really ever look too much into it because what the heck am I doing as a kid, like going in there, But that I don't know. Ever since I experienced that, like I believe
that there's ghosts.
Yeah, dude, it's scary. It's scary stuff. But I mean, that's my story, honestly.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Damn.
What do you got? What have you? I mean, you said you haven't experienced any ghosts.
I don't think it was a ghost.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think a lot of things happen when you're in a younger age.
You think it's our imagination?
That, or like they actually exist and we can only see them from a certain age to a certain age.
Oh.
Because I was also like 8, maybe like 8, 9.
Yeah.
And I remember we were chilling in my sister's room, my mom, me, and my sister.
Yeah.
And my mom pissed me off for some reason, little kid shit.
Yeah.
And I walked away towards the kitchen, and for some reason my dumbass decided to look down this. You know how in my house there's the basement and there's stairs to go down the basement?
Yeah, yeah.
My dumbass decided to look down there. And I think I was doing laundry or something. I was taking laundry or something down there. And then out of nowhere, I just see like a red figure.
A red one?
A red figure, bro.
But how, was it dark?
Yeah, it was dark, and it was at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
And now that I think about it, it couldn't have been a light because there's windows, but it's on the side of the house, so there's really no light there.
Yeah.
So I saw the red figure, and I think I stared at it, And then I started crying, and I started running back to my mom, and I was
Yeah.
like, "I'm sorry, Mom, for everything I said."
So wait, did you tell her though about this?
Yeah.
And what did she say?
She thought I was crazy,
Oh, okay.
and then I was like, and then like after that, I was like, I'm never gonna be a bad kid because
Yeah.
like the devil's gonna come get my ass. You know, I
Dang.
thought it was a devil.
So yeah, you're right. Okay, so I was gonna tell you, like, do you think that like in your head you were like, oh well, the devil's red and
It's
like all
it's
this stuff?
like I was being mean to my mom.
Yeah.
You know how they say like to the good and evil,
Yeah.
the God and devil. And
Yeah.
I was like, it's the devil.
Yeah, I
And
can see
got
that.
so
Yeah.
scared that I think I started turning on the light every time before looking down
Yeah.
there.
Do you
Yeah.
still do that?
No, not anymore because
Yeah.
like I'm older now, so it's
Yeah.
like whatever. But
Yeah.
when I was a little kid, it was terrifying.
Yeah. So it's in the same house, right? You've
Yes.
lived in the same house. So did you ever again see something like that?
No, but
Okay.
sometimes you know how my living room is like the front door or whatever. I used to see like shadows like underneath the bottom of the door. I used to see like if people
Oh,
were passing
okay.
by,
Yeah.
and it's like they were going upstairs or something.
Oh, okay.
But I never saw any. Like I would open the door and there was nobody there,
Yeah.
and like I was like, oh, maybe it's just the cars passing by.
Yeah.
So I would look at the car, like if a car was passing by, I would look at the door
Yeah.
and nothing.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
So,
was
you were
like-
just like, okay.
I
'cause
was trying to
gonna say-
like determine like, oh, it's just the cars, you know?
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
trying to tell myself it's just the cars.
And how long ago was this that you were like really like
That was also when I was younger, like 12 maybe.
12? I don't know. That's a good thing though. I never thought about that. Like maybe there's a certain age that. I mean, I really never thought about that. At what age do you think it would be like the cap?
I think it's just like
Once we
'cause-
start maturing a little
yeah,
bit.
I think it's like once you start telling yourself like, oh, this doesn't exist or it does or whatever.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
No. But you know, like it's sort of like you tell yourself yes or no.
Yeah.
But then again, did I tell you about the guy that jumped off the because we rent upstairs?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the guy that jumped out the window
Yeah.
and there was nobody there, just a little kid, and there's no way the little kid pushed him off the window.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, was it something that was there and that like I knew that he was
Well-
a bad guy?
So what happened with that guy?
Okay, so that guy was sketch. Like I feel like he used to hit his wife or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But like he was just sketch all the time, and like felt like his kid used to hide drugs in our shed in the back and stuff.
Yeah.
And one day my neighbor saw somebody laying on the floor outside. He thought it was my dad, so he was saying my dad's name, like, oh, are you okay, blah blah blah. And my dad comes out the house and he's like, what happened? Like, he's like, oh shit. And it was the guy upstairs.
Yeah.
Apparently he had jumped from a really small window.
Yeah.
He wasn't a skinny guy,
Yeah.
so it was like a small window, and then like he jumped out and he landed like in the middle of the side,
Okay.
and I was like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And then when he was laying down there,
Yeah.
his spine was all crooked
Oh,
because
really?
I guess he broke his spine, right?
Yeah.
And then my sister was like, oh, don't get up, blah, 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 blah. And then the cops got there, because obviously the cops are going to come, right?
Yeah.
And then they were like, is anybody else upstairs? And the little kid's like, no. He's like, I was in the living room. And then they go upstairs and the door's locked to the room that's right next to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like the bathroom's inside the room in a way.
Okay.
And they asked my dad, they said, okay, if we kick the door open? He's like, yeah. And they kicked it open. And I still don't know how the really small window, he was able to like climb over the toilet to get to.
Was it broken?
No, nothing was broken. Everything was fine.
So he just jumped out?
It's like if you had
or
climbed,
somebody like threw him?
pushed him. He said somebody pushed him. When they asked him what happened, he said somebody pushed me.
What?
Yeah, bro. So I don't know if
Okay.
it was like somebody evil or something, or like if it was a good ghost that lives in my house or something, and like
Yeah.
I don't want this guy here, so he pushed him off.
I mean, would you believe something like that? If it was something like that or no? Like,
I tell myself no, but I don't know, you know.
yeah.
Things are possible.
But it's kind of weird though, because like if you've never really experienced anything, like,
Well, why would you then?
why now? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this happening now?
I don't know, man, but
Can you ghost explain this to us, please?
so the fucking candle moves.
It goes off, bro. No.
But yeah, bro, it was like, and
That's
funny
creepy.
story. The other day, my dad said he was sleeping
Yeah.
and that he heard steps, like loud steps, like with somebody was walking with boots with heavy feet,
Yeah.
and he woke up and there was nobody there.
Nah. From his room or like in the
Yeah, from his
kitchen or
room.
like
he heard it from his room.
Yeah.
But we don't know if it was upstairs or downstairs or anything.
yeah.
My sister does have cats and they run around, you know.
Nah, but
But I
that's
don't
they're
think
too
so.
light. No,
Yeah.
cats are way too light for that to happen.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know.
It was
man.
you, wasn't it?
I was at home. I was working.
You had your boots.
I
You had
was
just
at
came
work.
back from the bailes. No, yeah.
That shit
That's-
is scary, right?
That's scary, yeah.
And then, have I told you about how sometimes, like, I guess you know how we play games and stuff and like
Yeah.
stuff like that. I leave my chair, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes my chair like se aparece in the middle of the room,
Nah.
and I'm like, I just tell myself, I'm like, nah, I probably left it there, so I don't even trip
Wait,
about it.
but do you really?
I don't remember if I left it there or if it like what the fuck happened.
Nah, dude.
So I'm like, I just
Quit
left
playing,
it there.
bro. I'm gonna have to sleep with the light on tonight, guys, because oh my god.
So, but yeah, like I think I psych myself out sometimes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. But there's
And especially at this
I mean,
age, bruh.
we play demonology, bro. It's a freaking scary
Yeah.
demon game. So
Real talk though, would you ever play with the Ouija board?
I don't think so.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't believe in them, but I
But
try
do
to
you-
fuck around
so-
and find out
yeah,
either.
So I have a surprise for today for Andy. And bust out the Ouija board. No, I'm a big believer in that stuff, and it's kind of crazy, like all that supernatural like stuff. And there is, I will tell you, like I don't know how, like the evil eye stuff.
Oh, I feel like that's stupid, bro. Is it just me?
Let me tell you something, okay?
Okay.
Let me tell you something. And Val was there to witness this. Valerie, she knows what we're talking about. But
Okay.
like, oh man, okay, so my ex, right,
Okay.
was like feeling like she had like weight on her shoulders. She wasn't like able to sleep right, like, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, for some reason, she started saying like, "Oh, like I might need to get like an evil eye like bracelet or whatever to, you know, para espantar el mal de ojo or whatever." And I remember that one of my coworkers, who no longer works there, by the way, she said that she was gonna go and she was gonna gift her one, right? And she did. I think the next day she gifted her one. She put it on, right? My ex put it on, and it was like fine and everything or whatever. But then I ended up hearing that supposedly this old coworker of mine like kind of liked me, I guess, or something like that. So
it was like a reverse.
it was kind of like, yeah, like so this girl that kind of liked me, that my old coworker or whatever, she gifted my ex an evil eye bracelet, but we think that the
bad vibes.
the bad vibes were coming from the
From her.
old coworker, yeah. And one day, and it was later in the evening, I was working with Valerie, and then my ex, she also worked there too. She was at a different department, and she came out and she's like, "Hey, can you like put this on me? Because I just want to put it on, right?" I kid you not, I grabbed the bracelet and I was about to like hook it on there. As I was gonna hook it on, it exploded.
No way.
No, yeah, like the beads were everywhere and everything. And I was like, and I looked at her, and then I looked at Val, and we were like all so shocked. And I don't remember exactly what happened after, but I remember that like we were picking up the pieces and we like put them in an envelope, and she was like, I don't want to touch it ever again. And we were telling her to basically get a limpia because
that's something wrong with her.
Bro, no, but when I tell you, like,
it shattered pretty much. Like,
it did, yeah, and it shattered, and like I don't know how, because it didn't feel like I was tightening anything. Dude, the beads just went everywhere. I don't know how it happened. It's just everywhere, dude. And then apparently that's really, really bad. They said that supposedly, like, if the person or if something happens when it breaks, it just means like it's like it. I don't know. I have to look into it.
I heard something about that too. Like, if it breaks, it means that somebody te echó el mal de ojo and that rejected it. Like, you know. Like, it canceled it out.
I don't know.
But I don't know if it's
I have to look more into this stuff. But dude, when I tell you when that broke, dude, I was so shocked. I didn't really believe in that stuff. Till that day. And this was recently. This was maybe a couple months ago. Okay. It was just, yeah, it was crazy, to be honest.
Oh, no, man.
I'm telling you, dude. I don't know. But would you be down
to get a limpia?
No.
Imagine we do, bro. We like become millionaires or some shit.
Okay, so... I remember as a young kid.
I remember too, bro. They used to lay my ass down on the floor and jump across from me.
What?
They were exorcising me. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's how they did the limpia or whatever. Like, they would jump over you, and then like
they were performing a ritual on your ass, bro.
with something like,
yeah,
like, what's the thing? Sage, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That would like run your body down, and then they will do the egg, and then they will break the egg and stuff.
So the thing, did they ever put the egg in like water or something like that?
No, so, they would just break it like outside, and it will be black or whatever.
It would be, no, I don't think it was black. I don't think it was black, because black means like it's like, yeah, you lit the devil, bro. The devil is inside you himself.
Maybe not that, but maybe you know how they say que se mina, like. Well, now that I think about it, like, that's a I don't want to fuck with the word yolk.
Yeah.
Because it has like the little white stuff in it.
Yeah.
And they used to say that was the bad stuff or whatever.
Well, so what I remember, is that like as a kid, they did a limpia on me one time, and they cracked the egg or something like that, and I guess they were able to tell like something about me
with the egg.
Yeah, they said that in a cup they
if it floats or something. No, they say
no, but like this person apparently, I don't know if she was like a witch or something, but she was like, oh, I can see like a kid crying in a corner, like from just breaking the egg after like me dan la limpia. They crack it in the cup, and she was like, oh, there's a kid crying, like he feels abandoned or something like that. And then I think they might have asked me some questions or something like that, and I was just like, what? But no, but I did hear a story about how like si te hacen la limpia or whatever, and it comes out like black, or if there's blood in it, like that's bad or whatever. Yeah. So I don't know, to be honest. Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
So
that's scary. I used to, my aunt, well, we have relatives in Mexico and stuff, and sometimes they would go over and then they will bring us stuff, right?
Yeah.
And one time they were like, oh, this person sent you this, and there was like a bread, and I remember my aunt saying, throw it away because they might have put something on, like a curse, I guess, on it if you eat it, or something like that.
It's kind of like, you know, kids with Halloween nowadays, you never know what they put inside the candy.
Yeah, but they meant like como si te lo comías te iba a enfermar, or like something was gonna happen to somebody in your family type of like what's it called, a curse, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they were like, don't eat it, just throw it away. So they would never eat it, and they would just throw it away.
Really? What? I don't know. I believe in like that stuff. I mean, it kind of like falls into like mal de ojo, like, you know, like curses or whatever. Like, I feel like people can really send bad energy towards your way.
Yeah.
You just, you know.
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't think it affects you in that way.
What do you mean?
Like in the like the bracelet and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I don't want to wish it to like happen to me or something.
Yeah.
Because I'll probably get scared as fuck.
Yeah.
But like I don't think I believe in all that stuff.
So do you think I'm making it up with the
I
bracelet
don't
stuff?
think you're making it up.
No, the bracelet stuff's real, bro.
But I don't know if it's possible that can happen.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Would you be down to go to like a cemetery at night? Would you be down?
Yes.
No, yeah,
Yes.
that was a very like.
Yes, but I'll be terrified.
I think there was one time we tried to park next to the cemetery to like see if we got like ghost type Pokemon in Pokemon Go, and I got scared, bro. Nah, it's because I believe in that stuff. I believe in like the after, like afterlife and stuff. Yeah. I don't think too much of
There's a
it.
ghost
Though.
here.
No,
Put out the flame.
hey, yo, no, no. It's gonna be like Hereditary, where she's like, oh, like, you know,
Oh, it moves, bro.
yeah,
Fuck that.
Nah.
That happens. I'm never coming
If
back here
if
again.
that happens, bro,
I'm burning the house down.
yeah, might as well. But I don't know. I mean, that was my experiences, really. I think you know what we should do. If you're listening, if you have any like scary stories or any experiences that you've gone through, send us a DM
and type it out like what happened, and we'll talk about it. We'll tell your story.
Yeah,
in a way.
And if you're okay with us mentioning
names
and everything, like let us know if you're okay with it. That way we'll submit it, submit it, and then we'll talk about it on this podcast. But this is,
I think
it's going to be a good segment too. Yeah. So
thanks for watching.
Thank you for listening.
Hopefully something spooked you, because I think I got spooked a little bit talking about this stuff.
Yeah. And so keep up to date with us, honestly. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace out.
See ya.